So communication and awareness, right? Communication is tough. Communication is really hard for people who suffer with traumatic brain injury and PTSD because, I've said this about a bazillion times, so I'm sorry if I repeat it. Neurologically, what's going on is they're in the reptilian part of the brain. Our communication, our judgment, our rational centers are all up in the front of their brain. So communication becomes really hard when people are triggered because they're not able to access the frontal lobe of their brain. They're accessing fight, flight, freeze. So I think communication classes, couples therapy around communication skills, just around basic skills, around just listening, around, simplifying and asking for what you need is really useful. So it is, and in combat, communication is essential to the veteran's survival, and it's such a paradox because it is the first thing neurologically to go, and then also when they're in combat situations, the communications people with the radios are attacked, so that strategy for war is you want to knock out their communications so that you can disrupt them and cause more mayhem. So isn't it interesting that neurologically that's what's going on too? So in a non-combat environment, the rules for communication change, right? There's a really great book called Once a Warrior, Always a Warrior, and it's written by Colonel Hoge, is your G, and he does a really great job about talking about our current war and what our current veterans are facing and their families. And he gave this example of this combat vet who'd come back, and his fiance was there, and her family was there, and she left to go to the grocery store or something. And he called her over and over and over again because he needed her to get some milk or something in addition. And he couldn't get a hold of her. She wasn't answering her cell phone. Totally triggered him. He was out of communication with his unit. And so it's really hard for that distinction to get made for the combat vet, that they're no longer in a combat situation, particularly when they're triggered, right? And so learning how to do the communication skills when they're not triggered, when they're not escalated, is important. It's not going to happen when they're triggered. Now, the learning time is over when something's triggered. At that point, it's just about de-escalation and getting them back to feeling safe, to be in their body. So again, counseling, I do recommend, and not just because I'm a therapist, I do think it's actually useful. So resources for families, I printed out for anybody who wants a resource list, that these different resources that are online and in our community. Obviously, our local veteran centers that provide outpatient therapy. They do provide couples counseling for the soldier and their spouse. They do not provide family therapy, which is just crazy. But they will do couples therapy. And then there's our national hotline for suicide prevention that's specifically for veterans. There's the Denver VA hospital. And Veterans Helping Veterans Now, like I mentioned, we do offer a women's support group, and that's for women in partnership and relationship with the vet. That we meet on the first and third Wednesday that I run. Any other questions or comments?
Numbers.
I know. So what's the new number, Jordan?
My cell phone's dead.
You're an employee there, dude.
Not
He
yet.
doesn't start for a couple of weeks.
Okay, yeah.
It's 303-772-9777. If you call the old number for the next 6 months, it'll tell you.
That it's the wrong number. For 6 months, it'll tell you what's wrong. Yo.
I just have a comment. I have had really bad post-traumatic stress disorder, and I'm just sharing that and it's like, it's gone. It's gone. So, it's pretty cool. But there are bad side effects with it, like orthostatic hypotension, and you can faint maybe in a walker, in a walker. But, you don't, I mean, there are some medicines that work.
You know, Danielle, you told me about medication last time too, and I keep obviously forgetting to put it in my slides, but thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what we talked about the last vet talk, the vet talk, talking too fast, vet talk, is acupuncture, acupressure works for people who want to go the non-med route. And some meds, it can take a while to find the right med. It can take a while to find the right diet. What's there? Come on.
Diagnosis?
No.
And
Dosage. Yeah,
I
it
mean,
takes
you
a while
don't
to
have a list of which are the most precise and work the best and which don't?
Well, the thing is, all of our brains are
I know.
completely unique. Damn it.
You should have that.
I know, it should be one size fits all, huh?
Do you have any statistics on the number of adolescent children that are vet children here in the Boulder area, or is there any programs? Do you get any of that information through the vet center or the women's support group? Are there any mothers there that have children that are?
Yeah, there are moms. There's actually,
Yeah, well,
there's moms. I have had the fantasy for quite a while now of starting a family support group that's helping vets. I don't know what the demand is, and I don't know, but that's been my little pipe dream for 3 years. So, go ahead.
Oh, well, finish.
No, I'm good.
Okay, I just wanted to mention that there's another related area that I think is a good idea for people to start thinking about, and that's the military contractors that have been in Iraq and Afghanistan. Many of them are veterans, but many are not. Those who are veterans and come back with post-traumatic stress disorder or TBI that they got as a contractor, but not when they were still in the military, cannot get VA services for those new conditions that they got as contractors, and then all those who weren't. So we have a lot of people, probably more than 1 million, who are used to being very highly paid, being in the same dangerous situations, often living on the same basis as electricians or firemen or whatever, and coming back, used to being highly paid, can't get jobs, their families have gotten no support, they're not getting jobs again, and I think that that's sort of an elephant in the room, that the country is really going to start feeling the ramifications.
Yeah, because
They don't get
benefits.
It's part of their salary should go towards that.
Towards the VA help, like creating a
Yeah.
benefits program for
Yeah,
them. Yeah, they do get paid pretty well.
they do.
But yeah, it depends on their
they
job
usually have
description.
in their contracts pretty good benefits depending upon the environment.
If they work $1,000 a year and stuff,
$100,000
over that.
over.
But
Yeah.
It's hard
They
to,
are.
it's hard to want to pay though to, it's hard to want to set money aside because you're messed up, I would imagine.
Or going to get.
Or going to get messed up.
I'm
I'm gonna get messed up, so
I
I
don't
better.
think we have much
Better start
control
saving
over those
money.
contractors anyway.
No, we don't.
I was going to say, in talking to people who have secondary trauma due to the military situation, it really seems to make a big difference to talk about it. And I can think of one young woman who felt her husband didn't want to go to grocery stores or to parties, and he was just being selfish and bratty. He just wanted to get out of doing work, and he just didn't like her friends or whatever people who were having the party. And the first day she came to a meeting, she said she went home and had a discussion, and it changed her whole entire relationship because she realized, this is
This is
something
actually
that other people
PTSD.
share. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other dying questions, comments? All right, we ended half an hour early.
We have lots more.
Ooh, so you guys can go have food.
talk to you
Thank
later.
you.
Thanks, Teresa.
Thank you.